Good morning, student. Let us start one more session of our statistics. And today we are on the verge of theoretically completing this particular chapter. So as last time I told you in the last session, this is session number 11. So in session number 10, we were doing the cost of living index number. Even in a previous session also, we were doing the cost of living index number. Definition is over. Construction wise, how we can construct, what are the points to be remembered during the construction. So once more, last time theoretically, we are going to do one more topic on cost of living index number. This shows that we spend near about 2.5 sessions on this particular topic. This shows that how important this cost of living index number is. And it's like a regular question in a board exam. It's like a sure one question, either definition or how we can construct or what is the formula for finding the cost of living index number. And today, theoretically, we are going to do the last topic of this chapter. So many theories are there in this chapter. It's an article 1.7.2. Under this article, we got two part. So it can be asked together also for 3 marks, or maybe 2 marks, 2 questions can be asked. So revise properly, go through the textbook also, and remember 4-5 points related to this topic. So it's an article 1.7.2, uses of cost of living index number. Now this topic is very close to our day-to-day life also. Even government also use this topic or this particular article for giving the facilities to the people also. So first uses is the changes in the purchasing power or power money of a class of people can be obtained. What are the changes? What is the purchasing power? For example, nowadays we are suffering from one viral disease called corona. Now purchasing power decreases. Why? Because money, people is not having that much money. There are a lot of problems in a society. At that time, purchasing power can be decreased. If they don't have money, they will not be able to purchase the item. There is one formula given in your book, and we can have a question in exercise also. Formula for a purchasing power of a money is reciprocal of cost of living index number 1 upon cost of living index number multiplied by 100. So it gives a percentage change in the purchasing power of the people. Naturally, if the cost increases in the society, retail price increases, then purchasing power is going to decrease and vice versa. There are many other circumstances also for finding this purchasing power. Then real income of the people can be found with the help of cost of living index number. Income divided by cost of living index number multiplied by 100 gives a percentage real income of a people. This is one more use. So in first use we got 2 formulas, remember, for calculative type of question. Then second one is it shows a real economic condition of a people. It's an economic condition. It shows a real economic condition of a people of a particular class, which is used to suggest the changes in so government, whether to increase the wages, whether to decrease the wages, or otherwise to provide the DA to the people or a particular section of the people, or providing bonus at a special occasion. This can be calculated by economic condition of people, and which can be obtained by this cost of living index number. So this second point is very important, and it is utilized by the government. Third point is this index number measures the effect of retail price on the cost of living of a people. So this number can guide government to control. For example, retail price of any article is increasing suddenly, maybe just like groundnut oil in our state Gujarat, groundnut oil's price suddenly increases. So government tries to control. Sugar price can increase suddenly. So it can be retail prices increase. So government can control. Then sometime it can happen that some price is going to be down. At that time they make a free trade also. So government uses this index number for two purpose, either control or open that particular for free trade. The cost of living index number helps the government to frame the tax policy. Different types of tax to be imposed in a different articles, GST, etc., can be easily decided with the help of cost of living index number. So it's like a guideline which is used by the government to decide the tax policies. Now, last one is this index number helps government agency and public institutions as base to determine the necessity of special facilities. Sometime it can happen the special facilities has to be given to particular class of the people. If a people is suffering from some problem, then cost of living index number can give the guidelines to the government to give up special facilities to that section of the people. So there are 5 points. So suppose this question comes for 2 marks, uses of a cost of living index number. There are 5 points. At least write 4 points to gain 2 marks. 1 or 2 points you can include yourself also. You can write in your own words also. First point again, it is used for a purchasing power or real income of the people. Second point is how much to provide, wage, DA, bonus can be decided by this particular index number, cost of living index number. Then it guides the government to control the any particular item for a free trade, otherwise they keep control under themselves, or frame the tax policies, or giving a special facility to a particular section or class of a society. So these are the 5 uses. 2 marks question, then at least you remember 4 uses. So ideal question for 2 marks. Now last theory is just like positive thing for each and everything or each and every article, then negative thing is also there. So there are certain limitations also for this cost of living index number. So last question, theoretical question of this particular chapter is limitation of there are certain shortcomings or limitation of a cost of living index number. In your book again 4-5 points are given. Depending upon the marks, if they are mixing up these 2 questions together, then it will be of 3 marks. Then write 3 points. But if this is the single question, write some limitations of cost of living index number. Then in book we got 4 to 5 points. Remember 4 points, and even you can write in your own words also. One of the limitation is you cannot make a common cost of living index number. For example, if you are purchasing a common cost of living index number for all the class or types of people of a society, then it will not be ideal cost of living index number. It is not possible to construct a common cost of, you cannot construct cost of living index number for a country. You have to choose particular section of a people depending upon their living style, depending upon their income, etc. So biggest limitation is it is not possible to construct a general cost of living index number. The cost of living index number found for the certain class, 4-5 points of limitations are near about similar only. So just try to remember certain points. Now the cost of living index number, suppose it is found for a certain section of a people. You cannot use this cost of living index number for some other section of a people. So these are the 2. We'll see 2-3 more in just now. As I told you that cost of living index number cannot be generalized. We cannot have a common cost of living index number. It varies from family to family, section to section. One more limitation is, we are doing the limitation. So one more limitation is third one. Cost of living index number shows the average percentage change in cost of living of for a certain class. So by knowing this particular values, you cannot find the cost of living index number for individuals, remember. we have a percentage change in the value of all families or of that particular section or areas or region. So you cannot find the cost of living index number of individual, remember. So this is biggest limitation that you should always write in your answer. It is necessary to construct a separate index number for different classes as well as different region also. Region wise, classes wise, means living standard of a people, you will have to construct a different index number, the cost of living index number. You cannot have a, as I told you in the earlier point also, you cannot have a general formula. The expenditure of the people of any class depends on size of people, lifestyle, living habits, etc. So there is no uniformity in expenditure. Expenditure of family also varies. It depends upon size of family. It is not necessary that in one family we got 4 members. Then in other family also we will have 4 members. So there is no uniformity when you calculate cost of living index number. This is also one important limitations of cost of living index number. Now, sixth is also a very common one. See, lifestyle of a people does not remain constant. Sometimes it can happen that lifestyle of a people, due to the many facilities increase or income increases, so lifestyle of a people varies from time to time. Then cost of living index number will not be constant. Calculation of index number is done assuming that lifestyle of people remains constant, but it is not necessary. For example, if a living standard of any family or people 2014 and 2017 can vary. So it cost of living index number may not be constant. You have to update this quantity every now and then. So 6 limitations are there. Now, if they are asking you for 2 marks, remember 4. You can use your own words. But terminology, many terminologies you should use from the textbook. So now theoretically this chapter is over. Prepare theoretically. Lot of weightage is given to the theory also in this particular chapter. So now you prepare the theory. In this section, I am going to do 2 easy questions from exercise 4, miscellaneous exercise 4. But in a coming session, I am going to do many questions and some tougher question from exercise 1.4 and exercise 4. So today we have finished all the theories. Prepare theory well, prepare the list of formulas. There are many formulas in this chapter. And many times just by doing one small mistake, the values of that particular quantity changes. So prepare the list of all the formulas of this chapter and even a theory also. Now, I have selected 2 easy questions because a lot of theory we did till now. So in this session, I picked up 2 easy questions from exercise 4, section D, remember, page number 52. And many times this question comes for 2 marks. It doesn't mean that easy question means, it doesn't mean that it does not come, it comes. So prepare these 2 questions. Now question number 13 and 14 I selected. Today 2 easy questions. What is given in question number 13? Sigma P1 Q0 is to sigma P0 Q0. Its ratio is given 5:3. And sigma P1 Q1 is to sigma P0 Q1. Its ratio is also given. Ideal question for 2 marks, and they are asking you to find all the types of index number. All the types means Laspeyres, then Pastès, then Fisher's index number. So this totally depends upon formula. Laspeyres index number IL is equal to sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0. Put this ratio here, it will be 5/3 multiplied by 100. You will get 166.7. Use calculator. Similarly, Pastès index number sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1. Again multiplied by 100. Again directly you put that value here. 3/2 multiplied by 100, you will get 150. As soon as you get IP and IL, put it in formula of IF, you are going to get approximately IF value 158.12. So this is ideal question for 2 marks. Many times I saw in our question paper. Now last question for today which I selected is question number 14. Again a easy one, but I have seen this question also in question paper. Given IL is to IP is equal to 4 is to 5 and IF is given 150, they are asking you to find the value of IP. Just to change the question, they can ask you to find the value of IL also. But here they are asking you to find the value of IP. If they are asking you to find the value of IP, then remove IL by the help of this formula. IL is equal to 4 by 5 times of IP. If they are asking you to find the IP, then remove that IL by just changing the formula. So now come on, formula for IF is given 150. So IF is equal to under root of IL into IP. So IF is 150, put it here, and in place of IL you put 4 by 5 into IP, squaring both the sides. Then use the calculator. Approximately you will get the answer. Answer you check by calculator. Approximately answer comes 167.771. There are 1 or 2 MCQs also of this type. There are 1-2 examples. Practice it. Then in the next session, surely we are going to do some tougher questions. Revise theory. Once more I am repeating. Revise all the formulas. And coming 1 or 2 sessions, we are going to complete this chapter. So for today, this much is sufficient. Again, do revision and practice this type of question. Okay, thank you.